Hey everybody, welcome. Welcome everybody. I am excited to announce that I have my new course, Level Up, out. It is, if you go on my website, if you, as always, my Instagram page, the dot profile on top, it has all my links. So let's get straight to it. What is Level Up? I made a course earlier this year, actually this last month, a couple weeks ago, called Free to Thrive. And it is hefty with information, education. This is as thorough as I can get, in a course. It still took like 4 hours of explaining all the depth that every human being needs to know about themselves as an organism, as a brain, as a soul, as a psyche, as a spirit being. I get scientific, clinical, psychological, and that's why I offer that course. And then I can add a couple more coaching sessions one on one because that's stuff I go into in depth all the time. And so, although that is a quite the bulk kind of ambitious, it's for ambitious people who really want to know this stuff. That's for you. Highly recommend. Level up. Of course, I'm going to be pulling segments from the Free to Thrive course because it's so fundamental. But Level Up gets straight to it. Three top areas, my 3 units that we go through of what every human being, but most definitely tailored to entrepreneurs. What do we need to look into? Of course, the personal domain gets involved. Of course, just our life, who we are as a human being, all of that. Because by the time you are in business or a business person, you are only going to express again what's already within you and who you are as a human being. Hint, you're probably going to see very similar patterns in personal and professional and family and business life and all of that. And so I actually had a couple areas recently that I have been self-reflecting in terms of my business, and I've thought to myself like, okay, God, here are certain principles. Like, this is how you design the human being. This is what I need to be aware of. What's being activated? What am I seeing? What's wrong with this reflection? I was able to go down this list of things I've been taught, whether it's school, psychology stuff I've learned, trainings, whether it's me working with other coaches and counselors, and they've taught me their wisdom and, divine revelations that I think God has given them in terms of understanding and counsel. And this is just the checklist I go through all the time to help myself elevate, level up, go to higher places. And anytime I'm struggling to see, the bridge, I'm not seeing the results that I want. Again, it's kind of my go-to. Here are the things I need to go through to reflect, to do some cleanup work so that I can draw or attract or see the results manifested in my life that I desire. And so the course is split into 3 units. It's roughly 30 minutes each, so it's an hour and a half. As always, I have, different resources posted and I try to go through them. It's not going to be as extensive as the Free to Thrive course, but this is a very quick, if you have energy, if you could sustain some level of focus, this is for you. The first category is identify and eradicate core beliefs. I just go into what's going on a core level mentally, right? This part of the brain, like we can think we can think we're positive and have positive thoughts about ourselves and who we are, but it's the past experiences that really dictate what we really believe about ourselves. And we almost always have certain kind of core beliefs that come up that trigger and then hinder us from elevating. I go into that more in the course. The second unit is, oh my, let me remember. Oh, regulate your nervous system and repair your relational attachment style. Yeah, it sounds kind of a little bit clinical, a little sciencey, but it's important because the more you understand your organism, your nervous system, who you are, what happens when you're in distress, how do you connect, all of that is 1,000% going to dictate how you maneuver through life and the people you have relationships with, and when do you give up and quit versus when you I could say reorganize, regulate your system and try again and practice as a human being on your new elevated version of the program, brain and nervous system. More on that in the unit. And then the last one, that was a fun one for me. Collect data using the law of mirroring to break out of disappointing cycles. Like I said, I was just reflecting recently about my life and I was like, dang, I'm not getting certain results again. Wait, it's the pattern. What's coming up? And so I had to do some core belief reworking issues. regulate, where my nervous system was starting to almost panic, when it's like we do this all the time. God, give me more. He starts to give us more. Our nervous system, us, our program, our brain starts to feel dysregulated, and then we can't receive. And we're like, I can't, I don't want it. I don't want it. It's freaking me out. Whether consciously we know it, subconsciously, or our physiology is like, no, 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 too much stimulus, too much just extra newness. That's where we kind of sabotage it. And so I kind of go into in that chapter, like, if you don't like what you see, good news. Now you know. Now you already have certain keys. And instead of us focusing and blaming other people, we go back to ourselves. But the previous two units talk about, well, what do we do with ourselves? How do we do that? So this is a pretty concise, packed course about how to level up. The tagline I really like: clean up your foundation and elevate your game immediately. Because the more insight and awareness we have about ourselves, the more we can start now doing things different. And really, it's only a matter of time, to what degree and how fast and how big the greater starts to become attracted to us. So go to my website, YelenaTalks.com. There should be a courses page, and then it will send you to another link with other coaching and or courses and coaching packages. And I would love for you to check out this program. And if it impacts you, because I know it will, make sure to share it with someone else, or even have it as a gift for someone else for Christmas. So I'm excited for those of you who have been present during this live. I just hopped on really quick. I just shared what's going on. Feel free to replay the rewatch. I just bless all of you so, so, so much. Thank you so much for supporting me and showing me so much love. And I'm excited to see you grow and expand your capacity to receive more that God has for you. Amen. See ya.